Bed always made. I think I've said that in an earlier vlog. I always make my bed first thing in the morning. It always makes you feel better. I also draw the curtains and I open the windows. So always to get a little bit of fresh air into the bedroom. Also as well, in lockdown, we've also painted, or should I say Gary's painted this, because this was looking a bit shabby because our curtain rail was falling off. So he's put it back on because Frankie Jack swung on it and he's painted that. So that's really good. So it's around about 7 o'clock in the morning. I do normally like to try and get up at 6. It's just going to basically be a day in the life today. So Frankie Jack is now up because he gets up sometimes a little bit later than us, sometimes a little bit earlier. It just depends. But yes, I have got a baby that sometimes sleeps in. But don't think that's all good because he also goes to bed with us at night. So he's not going to bed earlier. Chapstick. So I've got up this morning and my roots need doing really badly. Not just this morning, I know I've been like that for a couple of days now. So what I'm going to do is Gary's going to do my roots again this morning. So I'm going to show you what I use because you can buy it online. So a few of you have been asking about that as well. So I've just woken up with a zit as well this morning, so I'm a bit gutted about that. I'm going to brush my teeth, sweetheart. Can't be there while I brush my teeth. My Oral-B toothbrush. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because so many people have used Sonic, and although, and I don't know this now, but although dentists recommended it in the first place, I never found them as good. So Gary bought me a really expensive Sonic, and actually we ended up, I think Gary used it for a bit, but we ended up whizzing and both going back to electric. So we both use the Oral-B and they are absolutely fantastic. I also floss on a regular basis and I use a product like this. It's like a stick. Don't know whether you've ever seen it because I've actually got a retainer, which is like a brace behind my bottom set. I don't know whether you can see it. So I have to make sure that I get in between. I was due a hygiene visit. I always make sure I get to the hygienist every 4 months to have a really good clean. Really important, obviously, to have your oral hygiene. So that's the toothbrush that I highly recommend. All done, all nice nashers, because you're always looking for that dog first thing in the morning, aren't you, to see where it's pooed in your mouth. And I've just spilt toothpaste all down my front as well, but you're going to have to see that for the remainder of the morning until I get into the shower, while Gary does my hair, because basically I've got to be the scruffiest as I possibly can, because I don't want any dye to get on my clothes. So what do I use for my hair? Believe it or not, this has been a very asked question. So I use this one, which is the Welloxon Perfect Cream Developer, 12%. I use that. I'll leave a link below because you can get hold of this. I also used, I think you pronounce it Koleston Perfect. Now, I don't use this. It's my hairdresser. So she told me, she dropped it off the day of lockdown. So the 24th of March for me to be able to do my hair. So I've got half the tube of this left. So I've also ordered some online. So I've got loads of this, but I bought this off my hairdresser to start off with, and the colour I use is 12/89. That's going to be the wrong way round when you read it because my camera is on selfie mode, so it's 12/89 and it's called Special Blonde, Pure Lift Technology. So she's also lent me a bowl and she's lent me one of these, but I'll try and get it together on the Amazon link below and try and tell you what you should be getting. I've also got a pair of rubber gloves, which I used last time, although we have ordered in just the plain ones that you just keep putting on every day, the disposable ones. So we've got some of those. So Gary's probably going to be using those while he does my hair today. And this is how you mix it. So for my hair, she's told me 25 grams of the colour and then 50 grams of the cream developer. I've left all the links in the description below for you to be able to go and get it if this is the colour you wish. You need the clear gloves.
Why?
Because it's colour. And you know what your skin is like. Mr. Old Sensitive.
You're not bloody filming, are you?
Yeah.
I'm on the breakfast.
It don't matter. Can't see your head. Oh God, I nearly went like that to drink my colour when I've got my protein shake. What?
I don't know.
What are you doing? Just get on with it.
I'm looking where to start.
If you love the look of Gary's watch, it is a VOSTOK and you can get it from Ideal World. I'll leave the link below. I adore VOSTOK watches. And have you done round the side of my ears, round here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have got that on my hand. You've definitely done here.
Yes. Look, it's not going to be bloody...
You did it really well.
It's not going to be Teasy Weezy Raymond.
Yeah, but you did it really well last time. Is it,
It's all in here.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Right.
Bloody hell. Customers. There you go. Swore again, sorry. Making sure there's some extra around the ears because we're having complaints on the last section. Making a pig's ear of rice. I'm actually getting pins and needles in my fingers.
Have you?
It's where these gloves are.
Because
3 sizes too small.
So he's already told me that he's going to be up a ladder today and he's going to go like this. Whoosh! And I can do that, Mummy. I think if we got him a bowl of soapy water and a sponge and a ladder, he'd be as happy as Larry. Okay. Do you not think?
Well, it looks like Larry at the minute. Looks like one of Three Stooges with that haircut.
Well, I'm
Curly Larry and more.
I might get him up and try to... I've just got to do these voiceovers first. I might get him up and try and clipper it.
What, you're going to blend it in?
Okay.
You're going to blend his bacon in?
Try.
Customer trying to have a frigging look. Flipping customers. It's a bark.
That protein shake makes me feel really full. Does it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the rest.
I'll do it?
Yeah.
Well, what do you say?
Thank you.
Manners.
Yeah, that was terrible. So I just wanted to finish off around making sure that I got right round the front, because if there is any gaps, you don't want it to be at the front, do you? So obviously Gary's just done mine, so I'm just going to try and sort Frankie Jacks out. He's being a little terror. So I had a go of just blending in. I watched a couple of YouTube. I didn't do a better job, but I tried. Is that better?
Higher up there. Yeah, let's go with that.
So come downstairs to get on with some jobs while I'm waiting for my hair to do. Should be done very, very soon. Plus, I've got a couple of voiceovers that's got to be in for this morning, which I'm going to crack on with now. Don't look so grand. And I did have a podcast booked for today that I was supposed to be doing at 11 AM, but that's just been cancelled. It's going to be now, I think it's May the 13th that I'm going to be doing that. So I'm looking forward, and you will be able to, I will put a link where you can hear that podcast once it's done, which I think it goes out something like the 17th of May. One thing I can't do without is my perfume, and I've got, if anybody watched me when I was on Bid TV, they will have seen the lovely Peter Sherlock, who had a cupboard full of loveliness. Well, I've got a cupboard full of loveliness as well now. It won't be as big as what Peter Sherlock's is, but it's pretty darn big, is my perfume collection. However, I've got the ultimate all-time favourite that I wear all the time. Not all the time, actually. I do save it for special occasions, but I can wear it during the day as well. But this is the perfume that I've been wearing since I was 15 years old. So if anybody comes along, there was a guy that I saw that I hadn't seen for about 16 years, and I gave him a cuddle. Ooh, social distancing now, you wouldn't be able to do that anymore, but I hadn't seen him since I was at school. When he hugged me, he said, that scent, that smell always reminds me of you, Sally, and it's this. beautiful. Now, some people love it, some people don't. I'm more of a floral fragrance. I'm not a Tierra Mugler, which is the more heavier, sort of sweeter fragrances. That's not me. I'm definitely more of a floral based fragrance. There's something about this. It has that sweetness, but that sexiness at the same time, but also has just the most amazing aroma to it. It's very classic, it's very decadent, and I absolutely adore it and wear it every single day. But I'm going to put it on today. But I tell you something, in lockdown, there hasn't been a day where I haven't put my perfume on. There's something about smelling and having that wonderful scent. Smelling good, having a good scent about you. I'm pretty particular about it, and I will always wear perfume. I've always been known for that as well. People always say that they can smell me when I've walked down a corridor, if it smells of a which is lovely to say. I have to say it's a huge compliment, but a lot of people say they could always smell where I've been because they could smell a fragrance, because I always used to tend to wear the same ones. I tend to split it a little bit now, and Peter Sherlock actually made a fragrance for me, which I know a few of you may have bought many years ago, which is Viva La Diva. And I've still got that on my side. And we did have it on Ideal World for a couple of times, but I don't think it's there at the moment. But I do know you can get hold of that if you want to as well. I couldn't believe it when I found it on our website. We've got...
Yeah, but we need that picture, Daddy. We need the picture of what yours is to do. We don't know which picture to do.
Yeah, we do. This is the one you did. Well, we did all these yesterday. You've only got... You need to have a picture. You can use this. And you say the words. See, it's an easy peasy one.
That can go back in.
Oh, I'm going to say it. Joy.
Excellent.
2. Toy.
So you win.
4 never wins. Boy. 5.
4 never wins.
No, you never win.
So pleased with him today. He really did behave himself. He was such a good boy, because we're having more resistant days than we are good days. So obviously we went overboard in congratulating him. He was felt better. It's always better to be in a good mood, isn't it? Gary unfortunately didn't get any schoolwork done with him today because he was having to do some legality stuff for work. But all in all, it was a really good day for school. Oh, I have had one horrific day. So we were supposed to go for a walk this afternoon. We promised Frankie Jack we'd clean the cars. We promised him we'd do this, and we promised him we'd clean the conservatory so he could climb up a ladder, because he wanted a bowl of water, he wanted a sponge and a ladder, and that he'd be like happy as a pig in poo. And we haven't been able to do anything with him, and I feel so sorry for him because I've had an absolute nightmare with this equipment. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not tech savvy at all. In fact, I'm as thick as anything when it comes to tech. And so Friday, it's worked fine. Gone to do the voiceovers today and sent 6 through, and none of them can be worked. So they call you up to tell you whether you need what's called pickup. So it might be where you've popped on something which can't be used for broadcast, and so you've got to redo it, and they tell you what needs to be redone. And they phone. I said, "Oh, hello, what do you need picking up?" He said, "Oh, everything." I went, "What?" And then that was at around, I think it was about 2:30, and it's taken 2 hours to try and figure out what was wrong. I thought it was a microphone, very expensive. I'm thinking I've got more expense here. I'm losing money. I'm not working. This is horrific. Oh, because I've only just got myself up and running with this. So I have to say, I am incredibly stressed today, incredibly frustrated and annoyed, but pleased now, but relieved. And I've got a bit of neck ache, and I think that must be tension from everything that's gone on. Just panicking that I wasn't going to be able to do it. So today has been a nightmare. Poor Frankie Jack hasn't been able to do anything. He's been swinging from the light shade. So, of course, that makes you more frustrated. Gary's had some legality stuff that he's had to do with work. So he hasn't been able to do his schooling with him. And I think, you know, school... we're talking, oh yeah, do this from 9 till 10 and do this 11 till 12, then let them have a break for lunch, then come back. It's just impossible if you're trying to do everything that you're trying to do at home as well, unless you're a teacher or you're somebody that's been furloughed or somebody that's not working. It's not that I'm not working, obviously, because I'm not earning. This will bring in a little bit now, but this was only set up from Friday, and that all depends on how much work I get. But I've tried to get this done, but I've had to pay out for the equipment, so I've now got to pay the equipment off before I can start earning. So can you hear what I'm saying? I'm like pulling my new blonde hair out. So Gary's been umming and ahhing over a barbecue for goodness how long. I don't know how long. And he's basically saying, I want this new Barbie, I want this new Barbie. Shall I order a new Barbie? I don't care. Just order it if you want. I don't give a monkeys. So he's ordered this big new Barbie because I was broke about 5 years ago. So we've been using bits and pieces and trying to pull it all together. Frankie Jack's just coming in now.
Are you done?
Yeah, I've done now. So have you set it up and have you connected up the new Barbie?
No, we're having a proper charcoal.
Oh, we're having a proper charcoal Barbie tonight. So Frankie Jack, look at it. He's got it. I can smell it. Have you set it on fire?
Smell that?
Poo!
What's that?
I can smell it. So they've been setting it up. So do you know what, Frankie Jack? You've got it on your nose. Don't get it on the sofa. Don't get it on the sofa. Can you see you've got it on your nose?
Don't handle that.
Has
he got that?
Yeah.
You can't handle that in here.
Just go and wash your hands, sweetheart. That's it. Don't put your hands on anything. That's it. Good boy. I feel so sorry for him. And this is kids right around the world, isn't it? I feel so sorry for him. Because I ended up shouting at him at one point because I couldn't get the start. I was like, Lord, I feel for doing it. Anyway, so we're having a charcoal Barbie. I can smell it, so it smells delicious. So the food is going to be absolutely superb tonight. Gary is amazing cook, and I can't wait to sit down. So I'll show you. So today started off pretty good. Sorry? I will. I'll set you up. I absolutely will. I'll come in a minute. Somebody just asked me a question on Instagram, which I just need to answer before I forget. I do try and answer all your questions. I know I don't come back to everybody. I know a lot of people are asking me questions about all sorts of things, like what toothbrush I use. So I put that at the beginning. What hair dye I've got, what hair dryer I use. So I try and get all the questions out as much as I possibly can for you, and I'll film the rest of what's going on tonight. So we've set up, Gary and I, Gary's done most of it. I've just sort of set up the table and got a few things up. But he's, so we're using our old Barbie tonight as an old-fashioned charcoal because it doesn't work. So he's actually burning real wood on it and working it that way outside. So the outside still hasn't been finished, so don't take any notice of it as yet. But here we are, we're outside having, we've got paella, new potatoes, we've got a gorgeous salad, I've got a red wine, because I need it after the day I've had.
No, it's yours.
Water. I've got matching wine glasses for these, but I don't want to use it because I don't know whether red wine will tint it. And then we're going to put some music on, and we've also got the patio heater so we can sit out, and the dogs are out as well. But Frankie Jack spilled olive oil on the patio, so Gary's gone mad because he said that'll leave a grease stain as well. So he said that's going to be an absolute stain. So,
you spilled the other one down there.
So he spilled the other one down there. So there's been, can you move that, sweetheart, because we can't all get in to have our dinner if that's there. Yeah, so he's been a good boy today with his schoolwork, better than what we had yesterday, because yesterday was an absolute nightmare with him. So we're going to sit down. Like I said, the garden's not finished, so there's no point even showing you around it yet. It will be one of my up and coming vlogs that I'm going to do, which I'm really looking forward to seeing it in. But some really superb products that you can go and get on Ideal World like this. We're going to play some music now and we're going to sit and have a lovely dinner. We're now back in the house. Gary can't stop reading his book on his barbecue. So Frankie Jack, his new toy. Frankie Jack is looking for a film, a Disney film for tonight. What are we watching?
Daddy's on Bear Watch. Nice girls going fast.
Thank you for watching a day in the life while we are stuck inside. We haven't been out, actually. We haven't done a walk. We normally do, but we haven't done one today due to the faff with my work that I'm trying to set up. I'm absolutely shattered now. I'm going to finish my glass of red wine and we'll watch a film and then we're going to bed. All right, guys?
Right, guys.
All right, guys.
Frankie Jack's watching something on YouTube that's driving me mad. It's a family.
This is
And obviously
driving
they're
me
very
mad.
successful, but they keep saying guys. Right, guys, all right, guys, all the time. And I swear it's like every other
we've
word
got
and it's
internet.
driving me. We've got no tinternet.
Internet's down.
Internet's down,
Really
great.
down.
All the tech stuff in our
Oh,
house.
Bennett.
It's a good job Gary's good at tech because it's driving me insane. The tech stuff that we've... Obviously, it's great that we've got all this tech that we can use while we're in isolation. But boy, oh boy, does it drive you crazy. Excuse me. I'm shattered. It won't take me long to fall asleep. And then I'll be up again, hopefully at 6 a.m. to do it all again tomorrow. Well, not the voiceovers. We have got to take a drive out for Gary's works tomorrow. So he's got to go somewhere. So Frankie, Jack and I are going to go with him for a little bit of time out and a little bit of travelling in the car, which we haven't done for... Oh, it's pesty westy doodahs, pest from the west.
It's pesty westy doodahs.
Dolly's on my lap, as she always is this time of night. And I've already put some washing on the radiators ready for tomorrow morning. Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her.
No.
That's it. Dolly, Dolly, Dolly. I'll see you tomorrow. See you later. Say good night. Bye.
Tight.
Sleep tight.
I'm not saying sleep tight properly.
What are you saying?
Tight.
Oh, he's just being silly. See you later.